All this month, we are celebrating Black history in Hampton Roads. Tonight, 10 on your side's Tom Shad takes you to Portsmouth, just before the Civil War.
Yeah, learn the lesson of how service to your neighbors can set you free.
And setting one free in this case has a literal meaning, Regina. The story of an enslaved man who became free only after his extraordinary service during a deadly epidemic. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Everybody can be great because anybody can serve." Those words have a special meaning at Trinity Episcopal Church.
There's always something going to be out of place, but it's my job to get it back in place.
For 37 years, Tony Macklin has taken care of this historic sanctuary.
I heard that 24/7. There will never be another Tony Macklin here at Trinity Church.
And there will never be another Bob Butt, another church sexton who won the hearts of those who enslaved him a century and a half ago.
Slavery was a part of life then. It was a hard life.
The year was 1855.
And from Norfolk, the ship Ben Franklin came over to Portsmouth and brought with it the Yellow Fever Epidemic. People were just dying and dying, and the graves had to be dug, and Bob Butt was that grave digger.
The task for Bob Butt and his crew was monumental because in the months that followed, Portsmouth lost 1,000 people, 10% of its population. An 1856 account paints a portrait of a man on a mission. From morn till night, he labored at his spade and frequently made the graveyard his resting place. And true to that account, one time, graveside mourners encountered a shocking sight.
And they heard a voice coming up from the grave, and there was Bob Butt, and they thought the dead had risen.
Despite his enslaved status, Bob Butt rose to the occasion. For his tireless service, women at Trinity Episcopal Church purchased Bob Butt's freedom from his owner.
And they say in there the main reason was they wanted to be absolutely sure that he would stay here in this church and not be sold away to some other place.
Butt would remain at Trinity as church sexton for 30 years, a story that reveals a powerful dichotomy between those who were free and human beings who toiled in bondage.
They were owned, they were property. They still would rise and do great things.
In the case of Bob Butt, greatness came through his service years before other Black Americans finally heard freedom ring. And a city report published just after the yellow fever epidemic said Bob Butt, quote, deserves great credit for his attention to this important part of the debt due the dead. For the living, it highlights a cost of freedom. Tom Shad, 10 on your side.